welcome to Das Geek. So we have a viewer that asked a question, JokeEdge. Hi mate, so I assume you're from Australia potentially. Do I need to record this video upside down? Woo, them jokes. Do you have a video that shows your PC setup, screens, mic, CPU, GPU, motherboard, etc.? I have lots of videos out there actually of my individual equipment and a video of me putting in a new Intel i7 processor into my machine and some reviews on some of the audio equipment I use. But I love this idea because I don't have a video that's all inclusive of everything all at once that I use to create these videos, to game and do the content. So I've got a lot hooked up to this Linux machine and I'm going to give you a view of all of that here. So let me go get my camera and show you guys around. Alright, so here is my main battle station. I actually have several stations and many different desks that do not match this room at all. So I've got all kinds of different desks in here holding a bunch of different equipment, but this is the main station where I do most of my videos from. You can see I've got a 3-monitor setup here. You have the Asus VG278HE, which is my 144 Hertz monitor. We have the Asus VS278, and then I have the Acer G276HL over there. All 3 monitors do a great job, but of course I love the 144 Hertz for gaming. You can see the Steam controller there, the Zowie FK2 mouse. We've got the Audio-Technica headphones here that you often see me wearing, and these are the AD900x Airs. One of my favorite pairs of headphones. You can also see I've got a FiiO Dac there that those go to directly, and that's for when I'm watching YouTube videos or doing something like that, or listening to music. I like to have it go through the DAC. The Focusrite 2i2, which is where I have my mic, which I'll show you in a minute, connected to. That's connected through this DBX 286S, and this is the preamp processor, which I have a video on. You can also see I have the Klipsch 2.1 speakers, got 2 speakers and a subwoofer, which I use occasionally as well, but for the most part those aren't on just because kids and make too much noise. For the keyboard you see there, that's the Corsair K70 mechanical keyboard. I like that keyboard a lot. It's absolutely a fantastic keyboard to use. So for displays I've got 3 monitors, and then I also have on this other side here an LG Ultrawide, which if I have any consoles or anything that I'm messing with, doing videos with Raspberry Pi, etc., that's an HDMI Ultrawide monitor. I will use that monitor there. You can also see in this picture I've got a couple different backup hard drives connected into the Synology NAS, which I just did a video on. You got the Netgear Nighthawk. We have a Netgear little mini switch there. We've got the Mybook Live, an AirRave. We've got my cable company, and then 2 APC backup Smart UPSs, a 750 and a 1500, and then of course some figures there. Here you can see the Rode arm is connected to the Audio-Technica AT2020. That's the mic that I use, and all those XLRs wrap around and underneath, to my wife's horror, to all my machines. So that's the main setup that I have. So now you probably want to see what's inside, and this is the CM Storm Stryker case that I utilize, and don't pay any attention to any of the wiring because clearly I'm not good at wire management with as many times as I'm ripping and replacing and moving things and doing all kinds of different videos. So now let's take a look inside the CM Storm Stryker case so you can see some of the components that I have. Okay, so starting from the bottom, you can see we have the EVGA Supernova 1000 G2 power supply. We have the Geforce GTX 1080p Founders Edition video card there, which is just an absolute beast. I love it to pieces. We have the 32 gigabytes of DDR4 Corsair Vengeance LPX 3000 megahertz RAM, which, let me see, there you go. Now you can see that in the video there. We have the NVME M.2, which you can see just below the CPU fan. There is attached to the motherboard right above the Geforce GTX. That's the NVMe M.2 SSD Plextor 512 gigabytes, and that's where I run Manjaro off of currently. We have an Intel Core i7 6700K with a CryoRig H5 Ultimate fan that you're seeing there, that huge fan. Gigabyte GA Z170x UD3 motherboard, which has been a fantastic motherboard. Absolutely love it. I've got a on the other side, but I'm not going to take off the case for it because it's just too much of a pain. But the other hard drives I have is a Samsung Pro 220 gigabyte, which is where I originally had my Windows 10 distribution that now doesn't get booted into, so probably need to repurpose that great SSD drive there. I have a Pony SSD 120, which is where I have MX16 or install other distributions that I'm doing reviews on for you guys. I have a Evo 1TB SSD by Samsung as well, an OCZ 200 gigabyte SSD where I store my projects. And of course on the front, there's an LG Blu-ray Super Multi and another LG just Blu-ray drive on the front of my computer, and that's for sometimes burning some of those Blu-rays onto my machine. So all in all, it's a very fast and powerful machine. It can definitely handle anything thrown at it. There are faster, there are people who do SLIs with 1080s, of course now there's the 1080 Ti, but that's a race you'll never win if you try to keep up. I'm pretty happy with this build, and it's been successful and it runs extremely well, as you guys know, with Linux and gaming in Linux and game development with Linux and processing videos. It really does everything I need. So I have other computers too, but this is my main one. You guys have seen the MacBook Pro and things that I've put Linux on and some of the other computers that I have in the house, but this is my favorite. This is the beast. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Obviously I need to do some better cable management. I don't want to hear about it. Until next time, get out there and fill your brains.
Don't forget us.